All right, we're here with the coach, Beth Alford-Sullivan, after the Penn State Relays here. So guess what? It's track season is upon us already. And we had a pretty good day to start. A lot of good stuff in the sprint, some good stuff in the throws, and some good stuff all around pretty much. Kind of the highlight in my mind right now is that sprint crew and someone like Mahogany Jones, who has had kind of some bumps and bruises along the way, but really breaks out of her shell today and wins 2 races and also leads off the winning 4x4. So if you could talk a little bit about just the day in general.
Yeah. Well, just to kind of cap it off, we had a great opener. It might be actually one of our best openers we've ever had. We didn't run a lot of the long distance stuff, but our middle distance guys and gals ran great. And then you take it down to the field events, and we produced in all the field events. We won all 4 throws, and we had, I think we set a meet record in the women's pole vault. We won the men's pole vault. I mean, we just did stuff, and almost everything out there we were really a good opener and being sharp, and that usually isn't our case. So I was very, very pleased. But when you talk about the sprint crew, I mean, Coach Johnson has these kids running, and competition also brought out another level for them as well. You mentioned Mahogany Jones, really a breakout day for her. Her 60, her 200. She comes back in the 4x4, which is a great run. That's a good example of what we do here at Penn State. We're patient and we're productive. And, with Mahogany, where she was 2 years ago as a freshman, things were just going on. We just stood by her, and you just keep teaching them, and you keep, putting them in the position to get successful and putting them in a position to really become that person that's an impact player for us. And she's stepping up when we need her. Kirsten, the same thing. Last year as a freshman, she just was a little overwhelmed. This year, look at her, steps out and just runs some phenomenal races today, all the way through the 4x4. And you can see that in our history of our people just developing over their 4 or 5 years that they have here. And again, it's starting to play out that way for us again. This group is hungry. I can definitely speak to the women. They're ready to roll this year. The guys, they've had enough. They're tired of being middle of the pack. You put Matt Gilmore on that relay, and Pitt challenges us, and the kid splits 46-4 in his first race of his collegiate career. I mean, those guys are hungry and they're deserving. So it's going to be a fun year if my legs can keep up. Whew.
So speaking of that, we're in here for basically the whole month of January, the 1st of February. How important is it to kind of stay at home and get their legs under them to start out the indoor season?
I think we have the greatest setup ever. I mean, we really, really do. We have one of the best facilities in the world. We have some great competitors that come in here and challenge us, and we don't have to miss any school. We don't have to travel. We don't have to, no sleeping changes, nothing. Everything just kind of rolls into a great pattern so that we can capitalize on our kids and really not only physically save a lot of wear and tear, and that's what I think happens to a lot of our competition. They have a lot of wear and tear on travel, but we also have the opportunity to really set the semester academically into place. We start classes on Monday. We're sitting on 2 all-academic teams from track season, 2 all-academic teams from the cross-country season. We've got everybody eligible, everybody to go, and we're going to really put the effort into these first 5 weeks that we don't travel, making sure that everybody gets themselves set up really well in their classes too. So I love what we've got going on, and I'm excited about the next handful of weeks. But like I said, the entire coaching staff has to get their track meet stamina back up.
All righty, we'll be back out here on January the 14th for the Nittany Lion Challenge, and we'll see you then.
All right, sounds good.